Post market wrap Thursday, April 27th. Things are going to be pretty different around here, I believe, in a great way come Monday. I really can't wait for that. Some like commentary may be different. We'll see. But right now, let's just review what worked, what didn't work. Again, while we're waiting for Amazon Intel earnings, while we do that, Microsoft, I've been saying new all-time highs in store over here. So it's doing this big cup and handle. It's got to break out over 315, 316. I don't know that it's going to do it now in this macro environment. It may, I don't know what cycles we got to go through for this to correct or whatnot, but eventually it's gone over 345. I just love the AI and the Bing share and everything, and I'm holding it strong in my IRA, and that's great. All right, congratulations, Chris Tuttle. He nailed Mobileye. I didn't play it. I should have. Congrats, that worked. Okay, now it's coming back up to 36, 37. Maybe it'll be another opportunity to short it in the coming days. We'll see as we continue to wait for Amazon popping. There you go. Amazon up. These big caps are working. Unbelievable. Before we even dig into the numbers, look, that's crazy. Meta, Amazon, and Microsoft have been carrying this market. Let me just see what the QQQ has been doing, because underlying the breadth, everything was really bad before Microsoft, Meta, and now Amazon seem to be saving the market, and it's like looks like it's sending the indices to a bullish kind of look just based on those three stocks alone. Really unbelievable, the power of these big mega caps. All right, we'll get back to that. Tesla and Mobileye, a little surprised. I'm not sure this is going to hold. You had some resistance here at 160. I own some long term, but I'm not actively trading it. Probably should have bought puts when it was gapped down on earnings. I'm like this heading to 150, but I didn't do it. That's fine. Let's just see. Intel must have reported. So Intel seems to be up, spiking hard on earnings. So don't see the numbers yet, but that looks like the numbers came out. So wow, it's just unbelievable what's going on with the Nasdaq and these mega cap companies. That seems to be the way to go. All right, with some of our individual picks this morning, LIP worked. I got out. I got in at 170. Ended up selling like 180 or so. I didn't hit the peak. It looked like it was having some trouble with 180. My second target was 199. It didn't get there. So I still think swing 199 is good because you broke the 20 DMA, so you're heading to the 50 DMA on LLIP. I still own some in my long-term IRA. Atom. This one worked because I saw 650 support, which I took, and I'm still holding it. Didn't sell it. So a bunch of resistance levels here. It's like 7, and then about 8, and then 850 are your resistance levels. Like 20, 30 days short. So I don't know. I mean, 9 million shares today. So I guess a lot of people could have covered today if they wanted to. I think it's like 5 million shares short, something like that. We'll see. If you like the news, you can review the pre-market prep. Today's pre-market prep to see the interview we did with Dan Carlson on ATOM. I own that. Lazard, I tried this today, got like 5 cents out of it, didn't hold it. I don't think I own any IRA. See, it got rejected at the 20 DMA. So I'm going to step back, make my 5 cents, and look at it every day. If it breaks at 20 DMA or if it finds support somewhere, I might try it again. Huge short position on that one. CYH curled up towards the end of the day, looking good for Monday after the earnings close. You know, the thesis there, 695 target swing. I'm sticking with that. AugX, you should know that, the HCA deal. And I think a relatively big short position in this one too. No short position. I'm wrong. Okay, but this one curled back up. I really like to look at this end of day close. Was it on volume? Not really, but a little bit of volume. But I own this in my IRA after that news. Let's see if we can curl back up and break 340 in the coming days. AugX, really good. AI play, deal with HCA. Really good information, good stuff going on. XXII still holding that for an 80-cent swing. Perry, been disappointed, been holding it for 2 days. Really disappointed. Microsoft keeps exploding. This is not following it, so we just have to be in between these levels, 33 on the downside, and then the upside, 36.75 and 39. We'll see if that happens. Rumble had some short report today when this was diving. I'm like, yeah, good opportunity to sell some puts. There were some valid arguments in that short report. Some of them I was already aware of that I just kind of dismissed because I'm kind of okay with them being a little scrappy and stretching the truth a little bit when they're starting off, kind of fake it to make it. But there were a couple other, one real concern was, did they use Amazon Web Services? Because they're not supposed to be using Amazon Web Services. I don't know if they're stretching the truth a little bit with their server farm. Perhaps they're still relying on AWS for certain features. That was a concern that was raised. credibility issue was raised with the CEO in terms of stretching their MAU numbers. I believe some of that may be accurate, that they are stretching those MAU numbers, that they're double counting people, like the same unique user logging in through different devices are being counted. I think that is probably happening, but also I know from just watching the growth on Rumble and the iOS rankings and looking at the revenue and the runway, that there's still a lot to like here, and the sentiment tailwinds are here. So I think this is a great one to sell puts on. Okay, especially on down days like that. All right, so that was the overview on that stuff. And then let's just take a look. There's a few earnings reports. DAIO we'll get to in just a second. Came out. So Amazon, wow, that is incredible. Wow, that must have been a really good report for a mega cap to go up 16%. Unbelievable. Well, you got your 200-week moving average at 131. Let's see. I don't know what the estimates are. It's going to take time to write those stories. I have to look it up myself if I'm interested. I'm not particularly interested right now. I'm not really actively trading at the moment. Don't have much money to trade. It's into the fund. We start Monday, but let's just take a look at anything else over here. DAIO, EPS 1 cent. First quarter highlights 7.2 million. All right, let's take a look at this. I'm going to go to Yahoo Finance. This has a little bit of it's like EV action, maybe. Let's see. DAIO, although EVs are down now after Mobileye. Some concerns there. All right. DAIO. Come on. Trying to get this on Yahoo Finance, and I'm having trouble. Can't find DAIO. Wow. DAIO. There we go. Data IO Corporation. All right. Analysis. And then we'll get to Amazon. Wow. They really beat, didn't they? Yeah, they beat by top line 300,000. Not a huge top line beat. But the EPS was a nice beat. A penny of income. The analyst, there's only one analyst, whereas at negative 9 cents. We're very pleased to report continued strong conditions through the first 3 months. Okay, our fourth quarter reflects a significant operating leverage, a nearly 2 million swing in net income. That's huge. Quarterly leverage reached the highest since 2018. It's a bid here at 412 and after hours. Year-over-year financial demand is being driven by continued growth in the automotive electronics market based upon the amount of programmable content per vehicle and market share gains by EVs over traditional combustion engine vehicles. Automotive market, okay, continues very well positioned. We had 10 new customer wins in automotive and industrial. Let's go to forward-looking comments. We're off to a great start for 2023. As we deliver our growth strategy, we've emerged even stronger. The company's sales funnel remains robust. We believe data is on track for double-digit annual growth, increased net income and cash flow generation. That's all good. DAIO. Let's look at the chart. Little micro cap here, 36 million. Trading a little bit over one-time revenue. They now have a penny of profit. Got some operating leverage here. This is something to keep an eye on. Maybe you can make a move towards 450 tomorrow. I'm not going to chase it here in after hours. It's not liquid enough. This doesn't look like something that's going to re-rate to multiple dollars above with just 1 penny of earnings. It's good news with the operating leverage. Forward-looking commentary was good. I'm going to move DAIO to the top. There might be an opportunity there tomorrow. Wow, Amazon and Meta. This is just unbelievable. What's going on over there with those two. And I do own Intel and Microsoft, but not Amazon and Meta. Okay, I'm going to take DAIO to the top so we can remember to look at this tomorrow. Might be some opportunities in that. Okay, and then all right, let me now look at Amazon. Let's see here. Amazon analysts were at 21 cents on 124.5 billion. 21 cents on 124.5 billion. 31 cents. There it is. You see it right there. 31 cents beats 21 cents. 127 billion beats 124 billion. It's about a 50% beat on the EPS, but of course, stock's not going to go up 50%. Let's see if there's guidance. There we go. Q2 net sales. Coming in about in line. Yeah, about in line. 130 midpoint versus 130. Okay. I don't know. Seems to me like a little bit of overreaction on Amazon. Okay, not chasing that. I don't see numbers there that you can quickly do a re-rating on and say it's worth X much more higher than that. I don't see that. So, but anyway, technically 130 is your resistance on Amazon. Intel's going to be more interesting if they beat. Let's take a look at Intel. Intel adjusted EPS a miss. Revenue. Okay, this is Q2. Okay. I mean, this is not going to last, man. A lot of these earnings, it's like, yeah, Q1 beat, so it beat by 0.7 billion, fine. EPS beat by 9 cents, but look at Q2. Q2, they're saying they're going to miss by 5 cents, and they're going to miss the the Q2 revenue a little bit higher, 12 billion midpoint versus 11.75. Okay, whatever. I don't buy it. I think this is still a lot of the flight to safety that's going on with these big caps. It's like it wasn't terrible. It wasn't a terrible report. You know, big caps have the cash balances and the balance sheets, and it's that continuation. I think since the regional banking crisis, and they're just looking for any excuse to move it in. That's what I see here. I don't think the our issues are over with, except for Microsoft. I just love Microsoft. Yeah, DAIO, not enough liquidity to really play that in after hours. Okay. Let's see what else we have in. Oh, I did point out Infu, strong close. I did talk about that, I think. Yeah, this is from Chris Tuttle on the Russell rebalance play. Infu Systems seems to be doing well over here. At the end of the day, along with AugX, I mentioned that. All right, let's just check the news. Snap beat by 2 cents. Tusk misses. Just look at Tusk for a second. Oil company and Snap beat by 2 cents, and we're down. What's the revenue at? Don't know. First Solar miss. Everything's wow. First Solar big miss. Holy smokes! But they reiterated guidance. It's a big miss for F Solar. T-Mobile low end of guidance. Raises the low end of their guidance. Okay. GoToX to present. Jack reports. Sensonics. See Jack. Wow, Jack has been. I can't believe Jack has been doing well in this macro environment. People are buying their toys. Okay. Intel, Amazon, T-Mobile, Dio beats. Yeah, that was a big beat on DAIO, so I'm glad to put that at the top there. 366 by 439. Okay. Xinex. Let's look at Xinex. ZYXI. Let's look at Xinex here. First quarter EPS 4 cents. Average estimate a penny on 39.6 million. Xinex 4 pennies. Cool. Oh, that was a nice beat. That's a decent beat. They were at 40 million to 44 million. Wow, 10%. 4 cents. What is there? This could be up 10% maybe. 4 cents. Let's see if we have guidance. All right, let's see. Let's see if we have guidance. Okay. That's what's going to be important. 427. Okay, net income, first quarter, President CEO commentary, cash on hand, the company produced them. Stock buyback, repurchase, increase we look for a productive year. Second quarter, we go. Okay. 23 estimates are unchanged with the revenue ranging from 180 to 200, diluted EPS 40 to 45. Okay, it's in line. Didn't change. Diluted EPS increased operating expenses to support. Okay, so that's why it's not really surging yet. Second quarter to the revenue range of 43 to 45 million. It's in line. Second quarter EPS 3 to 7 cents. It's basically that's a little below line because of the expenses. So no. Okay, it looked like a nice beat at first, but no. The guidance says nothing really here to necessarily jump on Xinex. Okay. Snap Tusk. Okay. Nothing really to write home about except Amazon. What did Amazon say? We like the fundamentals. We're seeing AWS and believe there's much growth ahead. Okay. So Amazon's the star of the show here tonight. Amazon, Meta was a star last night. The night before it was Microsoft. Those trio of stocks coming in to save the Nasdaq, unbelievable. Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon. Intel, did we get the numbers on Intel? Nothing really to write home about. Sales was a slight peak because this might be, we talked about this before. It's in line basically. It's a little bit above, but no, but it's mixed, right? Because Q2, you're saying 12 billion versus 11.75, but EPS coming in a little worse. Maybe there's some commentary in there about expenses. So nothing really crazy to write home about on that one. On Intel, really got to read the press release and listen to a conference call to get an idea of where that might go. Someone like Dio here in after hours, Data IO at 435. Okay. That's about all we got. I'm liking continuation for tomorrow on especially CYH. So CYH and Atom, I think, are the two that had, and AUGEX had a nice close. So CYH, Atom, and AUGEX, out of the ones I was watching today, I'm going to move those to the top. CYH, only a day left for earnings. Atom and AUGEX had the nice close. Atom, the huge short position with the great news. LAP faltered a little bit, although I still like it to that 199. I don't like it really past 199 at this point. We'll see if it breaks that, but we'll continue to watch LAP. Actually, you know what? I should put it up there because if I'm being objective about that chart, I should be a little more bullish. It's just that I know that news is not the news we're waiting for. That's why I'm not as bullish as I otherwise would be. But let me throw LAP up there. And Laser will watch it, but I did sell. I told you that because I want to wait for the breakout before really getting bullish on that. And we'll continue watching XXII for a move to 80 cents. Perry's been disappointment, but we'll continue monitoring that. All right, let's see. So let's see what we got here. Let's just review these again, thinking about tomorrow morning. So this chart's looking good heading into earnings on Monday, 695 target. AUGEX, I like the end of day surge over here. I love the HCA news. Wow, this is probably one we'll see that I would have sold puts on after that news because I think this gap is going to hold after that HCA AI artificial intelligence news. I think that gap's going to hold at like 2 to 250 area. Wow. I don't know. Do they even have puts? Forget it. No puts. They'd have to be the common shares on that one. Never mind. And then Atom, I really like that news this morning with STM. And I like what our friend Dan Carlson was saying. So it'll be top of our list. Oh, what was the target there? Look at that. Here we go. 870 potentially. Huge short position. Unbelievable. DAIO, I don't think that's a huge re-rating, but if you like it, you know, maybe there's an opportunity here. Maybe it's moving to 450. LAP, not the big news, might have more sense in it to 199. Can you monitor that news? XLI 80 cents. Perry not moving. Laser, I want to wait for a break really to get really bullish on this. It's almost there. Look at it. Beautiful chart. Could be if it breaks out of 20 DMA and then boom, and then you can have a quick move in one day to $7. So keep that near the top of your list. Okay. Amazon's pulling back. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like overkill that move, but I was also surprised a little bit that Meta kept going. Okay, in any case, let me just take a minute to talk about how things. I think it's gonna play it by ear, but we'll see. Look, the fact of the matter is, my trading. I'm doing this. I rely on trading for income, and everyone can see that it's not a good environment to buy and hold and generate income from buying and holding. Just doesn't work, right? So, you know, like in my personal account, like I was holding Drio forever, waiting for a big capital gain, and that'll be my lump sum of income for the year, right? Or XXII, I got in at like $1.30, and now it's like 70 cents. So this is not the environment to be able to have that strategy. If you're trading full time and relying on big wins and big capital gains, and then you'll pay yourself your income and pay all your monthly expenses, that's not working in this environment. So, we've had no choice. It's funny because this hedge fund's almost like a saving grace, because I didn't set this up. Yosef came to me, and it wasn't that, oh, I need to set up a hedge fund because the market environment's different and we have to generate cash. It was set up for different reasons, because we just saw that, hey, we make a great team, right? I'm doing great analysis in the mornings. This is doing great executing. So, like, why not? But as it turns out, it's almost a saving grace, because the hedge fund, the rules we've set up in the hedge fund, is all about being transactional, not as much directional, but being more transactional and being able to generate income in a much lower risk way. So about half of the fund is going to be dedicated to selling puts, weekly and monthly puts, which is going to generate income like every week, every couple of weeks as these puts expire. On top of that, we're earning interest on the cash that's sitting there. And then the other half is going to be day and swing trading. We are going to have a 20% allocation for some of our favorite stocks and stocks we talk about in story trading. But even those are going to be trading around the core as actively as we can, based on technicals, when we hit support levels and resistance levels. And then it's about 30% trading, because it's about 20% the long term, 30% day and swing trading, and about 50% selling puts to generate the income. And this is the way to go, because I think this choppy market is here to stay for a long time. And if you, like me, are trading every day full time and you need to generate income from trading, it's not going to work right now sitting on risk assets and waiting, for Dario to become profitable, waiting for XXII. Yeah, it could work, but I can't wait the 1 year, the 2 years. I have XXII in my IRA. That's where it belongs. I have it in my Drio. That's where it belongs. If it's successful, you get a 5-10 return, 5-10 times return. But I got to pay the mortgage in the meantime. I don't know the timing of that. So that's why the hedge fund strategy is going to be a lot different and really focus on being transactional, really focused on generating income, really focused on risk management, right? We're not making big bets. We're not going to tolerate losing big money. It's all going to be about being tight, buying support, selling resistance, selling calls at resistance, selling puts at supports. Okay. High cash positions, collecting interest on cash sitting there that's used for cash secured puts. Like, these are all the mechanisms we're going to be using to generate income for the hedge fund on a monthly basis. So I'm really excited about that. And the fact of the matter is, my content is going to be reflective of what I'm actively doing. So starting Monday, our content is going to be a little different. I will, to the best of my abilities, continue channeling the research that's shared from the community on the morning show. And we'll talk about, like we did this morning, we had the great catalyst for Atom. So we brought in, Dan Carlson to get his view on that, so everyone can get a sense of what does this mean for the long term, right? If you're not a full-time trader. And it could benefit me too, because I have my IRA, which is long term. So we'll continue doing that. But I don't think I'm going to be, in terms of how I present it, it may start being a little bit different, right? We may just talk about support and resistance levels, right, in the morning. Say, here's a support level, here's a resistance level, and that's it. And then you got to make it your own throughout the day, because our fund is going to be transactional around those support and resistance levels during the day, right? We're going to be intraday trading that, right? So, just in terms of how we communicate on transparency, I just want you guys to be aware of what's going on. So we're going to educate. We're going to talk about the catalysts. We're going to bring in the guests. We're going to make an analysis of, hey, what does this mean for the company long term? On the hedge fund side, we only have 20% dedicated for long term. Okay, 80%, we're going to play this churn, right? It's churn and burn and chop. It's selling options. It's selling resistance. It's buying support. And we're going to be actively doing that to take advantage of this transactionality in the market, take advantage of the volatility. It's not about being right. It's not about picking a stock and picking the direction and being right about that direction. A hedge fund is not about being right. It's about making money. So things will be a little bit different, I hope, right? So in the mornings, I'll continue doing what I'm doing, but it's not going to be about what I'm doing. I'm buying the stock, I'm selling that stock. It's no longer me, it's not my money. Some of it is, but it's simply an analysis in the morning with support and resistance levels, and I'll try to keep it as objective as possible. Because again, it's not I did this, I did it's not that, it's different. Okay. And then in the afternoons, we're going to bring on Yosef, is going to join me right at 4 o'clock for post market wrap with Ascending Capital, which is the name of the fund. And we're just going to have a general conversation about what we did, not specific transactions, probably, right? But why we went for certain trades, how we managed our risk, things like that. And we'll see how it goes. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to our last regular pre-market prep tomorrow, and then really looking forward to Monday morning when we start trading with the fund. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Have a good night.